Professor. This is my video presentation for LAB-8, which is configuring and managing backups. So in this lab, we are going to complete 5 exercises. The first one is installing the Windows Server backup feature. Second, performing a manual backup of a local volume to a remote share. And third is backing up the system state. Fourth, managing VSS settings. And fifth, enabling shadow copies for shared volumes. So let's start with the exercise 8.1. So here we are installing the Windows Server backup feature on our server 2 machine. So let's log on with the domain administrator account and follow these steps. Using roles and feature, we are going to install it. So I have already installed it. As you can see, this is my server 2 machine connected to the domain. These are the IPs and my Windows Server backup is already installed. As you can see, this installation is complete. Let's move on to the next exercise, which is exercise 8.2, performing a manual backup of local folders to a remote share. So we are creating a folder on a storage 01 machine named back, and then sharing it onto the network and changing the permissions to read and change, saving it. And then we are also creating two subfolders. We are back1 and back2. And then we will be doing a local backup from server 02 machine for the users folder and for the program data folder. So now let's do it. I have already done it. So this is my storage 01 machine, as you can see. Let's go to File Explorer. This is my local disk C, and this is my back folder. So if we go to the properties over here, sharing, you can see the folder is already being shared. And if we go to advanced sharing and look for the permissions, so you can see change is also ticked over here. We are closing this, and there are two subfolders over here, back1 and back2. Now let's go to on server 02 machine. It's my server 02 machine. I've been facing a problem. The Windows Server backup is already installed, but I'm not able to see it inside my GUI. So I just want to prove that I've installed it right now. So add roles and feature. Next, 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 next. If you see, the Windows Server backup is already installed over here. So I I did the backup another way. I went into the command line for this. So this is my command for making a backup. So our backup target was storage 01 machine and the folder back1, which will include the users from C directory and program data directory. And as you can see, this was successfully completed. The backup operation was successfully completed. So moving on to the next exercise, exercise 8.3, which is backing up the system state. So in this backup, we are doing backup for the entire system, which is called bad metal. So we are doing it on server 2, and we are backing up the back2 subfolder on the storage 1 machine. So as I said earlier, like the GUI is not working for me, but still the command line is able to get the WA admin, and it is working with the Windows backup server. So I try to take it from the command line, and which succeeded. So let me show you. You can see I wrote this command, which clearly mentions that we have to search system state backup, and the backup target is our back2 folder on storage 01 machine, and it has also been backed up. Let me show you the evidence. On my storage 01 machine, let's go to the file explorer, local disk C, the back folder, the back2 machine, You can see the Windows image backup is over here, and I can see the backup over here. And similarly, we had the backup on back one folder as well from the previous step. So back one, Windows image backup, server 02, and the backup is over here. So both the backups succeeded. Moving on to the next exercise, 8.4, which is managing VSS settings. So in this exercise, we will use VSS admin to manage the VSS, identifying the writer and the provider. So we are using these commands, vs admin help, to get all the options available. Then we will list the writers, list the providers, and then shadows along with the volumes, and then the shadow storage. I already did it. So this is the evidence, my work. This is the VSS admin, listing of shadows, listing of volumes. And this is the shadow storage listing. Now let's move on to the last exercise of this lab, which is enabling shadow copies for shared volumes. So in this exercise, we will enable and configure shadow copies to automatically backup shared folders. So for this, first we need to go inside a server 01 machine, log in as our domain administrator account, and then share the cop docs folder inside the C drive, allowing the change permission to everyone, and then creating a agenda.txt inside the cop docs, and then creating the shadow copies and reviewing the schedule. So for this, let's go on the server 01 machine. So as you can see, this is my server 01 machine. This is the domain which it's connected to. This is my IP, this is my cluster. Now let's go to File Explorer, this PC, local disk C. This is my cop docs folder, which has my agenda.txt with my name on it. Let's go to properties, sharing. You can see this folder is been shared on the network. And if we go to advanced sharing and permissions, we can see that everyone has the right to change on this folder. Now let's close this and create a shadow copy. So for this, we'll go to tools, computer management. After the computer management wizards open, then we'll go to storage, disk management, right click on the local disk C, go to properties and click shadow copies. We can see the local disk C, the shadow copy is already enabled. I've already did that, and I also created a new selected volume for local disk C. So we also created it and enabled shadow copy. Now we'll review the time on which the schedule has been set to create a new copy. So we'll go to settings, schedule, and so this is the time. So time is basically 7 a.m. every Monday to Friday of every week. So we can also change the schedule over here. So let's close this. So thank you for watching my video. And this was my video demonstration for LAB-8.